Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and this lovely day in Puerto Rico. Now, tragedy happened a few days ago, and I want to talk about it. Before we hit anything, hit those likes. And if you don't like my commentary and anything else, I understand. Leave a dislike and a comment why. To the people that are waiting to watch this, Monziki and a couple other people, thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you for your content for watching. Now, gotta put some stuff on the top for a second before we get started. It's called stalling. Bam. Now, in the next about 10-15 minutes, we're going to talk about Amanda Lynn Webster. She was a person that was found allegedly at the time of this recording, which is apparently Sunday, October 15th. So let's just show you the facts. 1 second. Got a comment before I continue. Hey, Peter. You're going to love this or not, but you'll see for yourself. Thank you for passing by. Let's go. If you can't read this, hit back a couple times so you can read it, or pause the video so you can read this. Now, to give you context for everyone that's watching, but that's Peter. Yeah, it is Peter, dude. I love it. Review of SmackDown last night. Didn't see it, but we'll talk about it on Thursday at my show. You know which one. Now, as you saw, Amanda Lynn Webster's alleged body was found on Saturday. On Wednesday, around 2 to 6 o'clock p.m., she was reported missing. The Airbnb manager, and this is Casa Palcha in Naguabo. Casa Palcha is an Airbnb place that their backyard is literally by Rio Blanco, which is the White River. Now, got little comments here. Now, what happened is the stuff that as follows. Between 2 and 6 p.m., Amanda Lynn Webster, or just call her Webster, left all her belongings and just took her phone. Now, at the time of Wednesday, this was her last known coordinates. Let me do it one more time so everyone can see the coordinates exactly. Okay. Now, why do I show those things? I want to show the data. I'm not going to talk anything bad. I'm not going to make rumors. These are all data that's happening and a mystery at the end. Now, on Wednesday, like I said, the Airbnb owner checked on the house and on the room and found out that all her belongings were there. From Wednesday to Saturday, there was an Ashanti alert. From the Ashanti alert, they assumed, majority of people here in Puerto Rico assumed that the rivers took her away. Now, here's the weird thing about that. Now, I'm going to show you the Rio Blanco, where it is exactly behind Casa Palcha. Just 30 seconds of it. Now, as you can see, that's Casa Palcha. Behind the camera is where you can rent and have a nice little bath and everything else. That is the river where she was supposedly at. I'm going to say this right now. This was the river that she was supposedly at in the backyard of Rio Blanco. Hey, L, sexy man. See you next Saturday. Check out Midnight Vibes, everyone that's watching on my channel. Have fun with this. Now, as you can see here, this is normal, right? So you're wondering, oh, how it happened. Now, this video, which I'm about to show you now, is a video when Hurricane Fiona came. So just to show you a reference of what happens when torrential waters pass by. As you can see here, this is Hurricane Fiona and the aftermath. This is just the aftermath of Hurricane Fiona. As you can see, the waters are very rapid here. I want to show you reference of what happens when the waters are rapid here. As you can can see all this. It's if someone gets in there, most likely they will drown or get whisked away by the waters, right? You're wondering that. You're thinking that. Now, I'm going to show you this data because I want to be honest and objective. The point I want to say is this. The majority of people saying that she fell in the water, she drowned, and anything else, and they found her body on Saturday, her supposed body, upside, as in she's looking up on top of a rock. They still have not found her iPhone. Her iPhone did ping on Wednesday on between 2 and 6 p.m. The problem with that is I think there's foul play. I think this is just my own opinion here because of the fact that, first off, all Airbnb owners, above all boards, once you check out at 11 at a certain time, they go immediately to there so they can clean it on to the next one. And this was a Wednesday. This wasn't a Saturday or a Sunday. This was a Wednesday. So why did the Airbnb owner took so long, not at 11, not at 12, 1, 2, 3, but around 6 to say, hey, her stuff is still here. What's going on? Why hasn't she checked out? She was supposed to check out on Wednesday that day above all else. By the way, she was alone. She was not with anybody. And witnesses on that day said that she just went to the river and walked alone. Alone. Now, I understand that. Now, I'm going to show you some data. On the day of Wednesday, topological, wind, rain, sun. And after that, I'll explain why I'm showing this specific data. And this is the data on exactly Wednesday, October 11th in Naguabo. Now, why did I show that? Now, you can go back, everybody, or pause the video when you can to see all the data right there. Between 12 and 3 p.m., the sun was up. The winds were up at 10 to 19 miles per hour between certain areas. And the water was at 0.4. 0.4. And in the news, and I went on Google Maps and I checked on that day, it did not rain exactly at that point. It only rained between 2 a.m. and 9 p.m. 9 p.m. I want to be very clear. 2 a.m., 9 p.m. So between 3 a.m. and 8 p.m., there was no rain in Casapalcha. There was no rain in Rio Blanco. There was no participation. There was no uprising of river. So why are people saying that she drowned? That's what I really want to talk about here. This was not a drowning. It's like saying the drowning over here that happened to a guy here a couple months ago. In the know, you know, something happened because they can't find her iPhone. And this was a brand new iPhone. Most iPhones now, even if it's busted, will be found like that. Her family are coming down to bring her belongings and everything else. She did go by herself. But the point is, this looks fishy as hell because of the fact that it was not raining during the time that everyone's saying that she was drowned. That's all I want to say about that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And evidence is keep coming as day by day. But until they find her iPhone, and it took 3 days to find her body, and her body was not miles away, and her body was not torn apart by the rivers. It didn't rain hard from Wednesday to Saturday. So why did her body didn't go that far anyway, and only took it actually took 3 days to find her? Most people get lost here seconds, minutes. Old people get lost here all the time. The silver alert. Hours later, they get found. Most teenagers get disappeared. Hours, they get found. This particular woman, with the resources that Naguabo has, and the resources that we know the rules here in Puerto Rico, if a tourist gets hurt, priority one. Priority one. 3 days later, though, it takes them to find the body, supposedly. And 3 days later, they can't find the iPhone, and they're saying that she was drowning. I would have believed that unless I would not want to I would have gone to Google Maps and saw that the 3-day life time span of Naguabo, it wasn't raining.